Okay, so here's the next sketchy. I've got the front of the rear differential jacked up with a little floor jack in the jack tray. I'm getting ready to pull a couple bolts out of the rear cover, and we're going to see how much goop comes out. Of course, I have to get my drain pan in the way too, because there's going to be gear lube falling out. So I got to sneak my butt up in here, in between here like this, and then start doing this. I know there's a bolt right there somewhere, but I can't see it, of course. Oh, because it's jammed. Seriously? It is jammed right against the lid. Which means that now I have to get the bolts loose that hold the whole differential up. So everything becomes a pickle. So once again, now I need to get up in there. I believe, yeah, I've got to take the two back bolts out, because then that little bracket will come out of the way that holds the whole rear bumper stuff on, and then I can go ahead and do the front two bolts. I don't know if you can see this or if you can hear this, but the suspension is creaking when I take these back two bolts out. And why could that be? I don't know. But I know I just got oil all over my hand somehow. Well, we'll just continue on. I'm just going to go ahead and put these bolts in. At least this one bolt loose. Just because for some reason I got a bad feeling. Yeah, maybe not. Let's see. I'll leave it out until I get a little farther down the road. There's a tight one. Jesus. So what did they do? They didn't bother to tighten the outer ones, but they tightened the shit out of the inner ones? Let's get a ratchet and a socket in there. I'll tell you what. This is So as you saw, I took the back ones loose. very easily. The front ones are super tight. Yeah, it's a little tight. Let's see if I can get a little penetrating on this side, because that bolt does not want to play. Of course, I can't see. Might have missed completely. I may have to go back and watch the video, because you guys can see up there better than I can. Okay, I have separation. I don't know how long-winded this bolt is. Ought to be getting close. There we go. It is a grade 8 bolt at least. Did okay there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the bolts and put it back through this hole, back into there. Let's get a few threads on it. And now I'm going to continue to take this other one out. I have no idea what's going to happen, guys. Apparently nothing. We'll call that a good thing. Okay, so now, here's where we are. I'm going to lower this jack down just a little bit so I can see if I can get those bolts out. As soon as I find the handle. If I can get those two bolts out, I will drain it. And then from there, we'll figure out what's next. Oh, reach under. Let's go back up. Yeah, she's got a little load on her again. One thing I did notice, and that is the front control arms for this are shimmed with carriage bolt nuts. So we'll have to deal with that too. Alright, I'm going to take her down a little ways. Let's see what happens. Fingers and toes, everybody. Fingers and toes. I don't know if you just saw that. I hope you can. I'll try and stay out of the light. Let me get this up here. Watch what's moving. Now I've just got a little screwdriver, but that's the cross member that holds the differential. It appears to me that that could maybe be a little bit more structurally sound. We'll have to get a look at that too. It appears that they cut the box tubing in front in order to get the rear end in. We will figure it out. In the meantime, I'm going to yank those last two bolts out of the cover and probably make a mess as soon as I find my extension in my socket. Where did you go? Very interesting. That's rather scary. Okay, the cover is loose. Normally what I would expect at this point is a whole load of gear loop. There we go. Alright, so somehow or other, this is gonna come out of here, and it's right there. Alright, everybody, that'll end it for part one of how to repair a boogered up differential cover on a Corvette rear suspension put in a 1929 sedan delivery. Hope you've enjoyed me swearing, fighting this thing, just having a grand old time with it. We will be back with part two soon. What I have to do now is I have to go ahead and paint the new cover. I will go through and just check everything in the differential. Thankfully, this is as far down as it has to come. I will go ahead and just get it ready to go back together, and when I do, I'll bring you along with me. There are a couple of things that I am going to address because I do not like them at all. One of them is the structure of that rear support. I really think what it needs is maybe a gusset from here to here, because this, if I can flex it with my hand, Now I realize there's a front cross member holding the front of the differential as well. It just doesn't feel sturdy enough to me. So we're going to strengthen that up. We'll do it once we get the cover back on, so that it's strong enough to take some horsepower. Because no matter what, even though it's a little low horsepower small block Chevrolet, sometimes you want to do a burnout, and it wouldn't be fun if all of a sudden you left half the rear end out in the road because of some Mickey Mouse little welded bracket. I will be back. Please remember to subscribe and like if you like this video. Take care, be safe. Bye for now.